Are you tired of endless personal growth hype without any results? Let's uncover why self-improvement feels so hard and the blueprint that finally made it stick. I was the person who devoured every new course, bought every new trending book, and yet never truly saw a transformation. Until I tested a more focused, systematic strategy. If you're ready to stop spinning your wheels, join me for the full story. Do you feel you jump from one self-improvement book to another and wonder why nothing sticks? I've been there, drowning in information, lacking real progress. Today I'll break down the struggles behind personal growth and reveal a three-phase system that finally brought me lasting change. Social media floods us with must-learn topics: mindfulness, communication, AI, productivity, you name it. It's overwhelming. It's like a buffet where you can't decide what to eat first. I would jump on trending skills, hoping one would be the key. That left me with partial courses, half-read books, and no deep mastery in anything. Confusion made me feel inadequate, as if I lacked any discipline, but the real issue? No clear personal context. If you don't know how a skill ties into your bigger life vision, you can easily lose motivation. Many times I devoured content, but never turned it into real action steps. I would watch hours of leadership videos, but I would never try putting them into practice. The aha moment was realizing that knowledge without application is just a theory. So I shifted to a routine where each book or a course ends with a personal implementation plan. Even small tasks like practicing a new habit for 2 weeks made a huge difference. That shift from passive consumption to active trial was huge. Self-improvement is about living the ideas, not just collecting them. This is when I designed my skill development system, consisting of 3 phases. Phase 1, I would gather 2 or 3 top resources, say the best books or recommended course, and actually plan to finish them. No random additions until I'm done. I would wrap up this phase with a clear summary of the learnings and implementation plan that would form Phase 2. Phase 2, I commit 3 to 6 months to applying these core lessons. If it's communication, I might film short videos or train tonalities or simplifications. For leadership, I would focus on narrow skill implementation to ensure it becomes automatic for me. Phase 3, reflection and expansion. I ask, did this method work for me? What new gaps have appeared? Then I refine or pick the next step. This loop keeps me evolving rather than stalling. I've been applying this system for years now, and nothing has brought me more result than this. So you might ask why it works. Well, first of all, you put a time frame on theory part, and you limit it to, say, 3 books. I noticed that if you start going over that on a narrow topic, 80% of it becomes repetitive. It's a clear Pareto principle in practice. Second of all, your core part of the learning is actually putting all the knowledge together and moving to the practical implementation. I often spend so long on one skill simply to ensure that it lasts long enough for me to make it embedded in my day-to-day life. Once you consciously work on something for 6 months or more, it becomes more automatic to you, and above all, you are more conscious of the topic that you choose. You have a clear focus. This quarter or this half of the year, I'm learning this skill. You can also stack it on top of one another. I often do that too. What does it mean? Let's say you spend 1 quarter on the theory and then half a year on the implementation. Once you move to implementation in quarter 2, you can start reading about the new skill you want to learn while implementing the original one. And you can continue like that on and on as your learning plan keeps stacking up and you keep developing yourself in various areas. But how do you ensure the skills you're working on are aligned with your life plan? I've built a 10-year and a 5-year vision for my life. Yes, it sounds far off, but the decade-long lens helps me see which skills align with who I want to be, saving me from random skill chasing. I always recommend taking 5 years though. For many people, 10 years sounds too long. I sketch broad milestones. By year 3, I want proficiency in X. By year 5, maybe launch a small business around Y. This framework organizes my reading and practice so that everything ties back to my bigger goals. It freed me from chasing whatever is hot on social media. I invest time in the fundamentals that matter most to my long game. And it all became intentional. It became like a game where you level up the skills necessary for you to get better and grow. Tying each skill to a personal mission keeps me going when the excitement fades. If external trends or likes are your only motivators, you will drop the habit once the hype dies. But if you truly see a skill as a part of your bigger self, you will push through challenges. The difference between a casual interest and a meaningful pursuit is a night and day. The three-phase approach locks me in a steady progress. My roadmap and deeper motivation ensure I don't quit halfway, and it becomes a sustainable way for continuous improvement. What is the advice that I can give to you? First, pick a clear direction. Start with a sense of who you aim to become. Maybe as a confident communicator who leads workshops, or an innovative tech specialist who mentors others. That vision stops you from wandering aimlessly. Without a unifying picture, you risk drifting between fleeting skill obsessions and result in boredom or disappointment. Then pace your progress. Don't load yourself with 5 courses at once. I've tried it. It just leads to half learning each time. Taking 1 or 2 at most, finishing them properly and applying them thoroughly is far more effective. And be patient. Transforming a skill set or a habit takes months, but the depth is worth it. And above all, the structure is critical. It cannot be random. You need to choose and plan it intentionally so it becomes part of your day-to-day. And then you embrace adaptability. Over time, your interests may shift or life circumstances might change. Adjust your plan accordingly. If something truly doesn't click, it's okay to change it. The key is intention, not random jumping around in the self-improvement chaos. Self-improvement is a living process. Refine it as you learn more about yourself and the environment. So let's summarize it in a clear structure for you. First, choose one key skill, something that aligns with your identity or a future vision. Maybe public speaking, advanced Excel, or creative writing. Then outline 3-phase plan. Phase 1, pick top 3 top resources plus 1 course. Commit to finishing them. Then phase 2, set a 3 to 6 month action plan for testing the lessons in real life. And then phase 3, reflect, refine, and decide if you will expand or pivot. Then design a 5-year roadmap. Sketch broad skill set you want to develop over the 5 years. This stops just random skill learning and helps you schedule learning. Then maintain a monthly check-in. Evaluate progress. If a skill isn't resonating, adapt. If it's going well, push further. Keep it flexible but purposeful. Self-improvement feels tough when you're drowning in choices and never truly applying what you read. But a focused system, phased learning, a decade vision, and that personal why lets you grow steadily without burnout or confusion. Try these steps and see how quickly your skills and confidence flourish. And if you know someone who is overwhelmed by all the self-help noise, share this with them. They might just find their path too.